Hi, Namaste. Matt from Karnak Holistic. I'm here to learn together and let's grow together. So today I'm going to show you how to use your tarot cards to get through your awakening. I'll see you after these messages. You're going through the awakening and you're kind of stuck and there doesn't seem to be a way out. And so many times you feel like you can't progress forward. Now, there's many things you can do in order to get questions and answers done. The first thing you need to do is be really honest and open with the questions that you're asking and what it is that you want to get out of your particular situation. So say if you're going through an awakening and then nothing seems to be shifting and you seem to be hitting your head against the same brick wall and you're not progressing forward. And say if, for example, you are not seeing any developmental changes within your awakening, the first thing I would say is really look within yourself. And people have told me so many times, what does that look like? So basically what that is that you really focus upon your intention. Look at yourself and what you're about. Look at your fears, look at your dislikes, look at your loves, look at who irritates you, what you're sad about, what makes you happy, what drives you. You need to look at everything that is about you. And then what you need to do is look at the other aspects of you, which is where you want to go and what you want to achieve. What is your direction? If you're not sure what your goal is through your awakening, then it is sometimes you can just call upon asking for help to find what it is that you want to achieve. Now, so many times I've been going through certain awakenings and certain Kundalini shifts, because it's not just one. You don't just get one. I've been enlightened probably 20 years ago, I would say, when I really understood what spirit is about and what my essence is about, what I'm here for, what my drives are. And within that, I had to look at my pros and cons about what I am about. And through those ways, and through coming to a realized and understanding, I needed to look at where I was before, what I was taught by my family, what I was taught by society, what I was taught by school, what I was taught by my sibling, all these stuff that made Matt at that time. And then I needed to look at who I wanted to be and what I wanted to achieve. Now, at that time, I wasn't sure where I was going or what I wanted to do. So what I did, I was constantly meditation and I was constantly trying to look for the answer. And I think for me, what I just did was just be and just meditated, just to keep myself focused and not for me to really lose myself in that particular time. Because it's so easy to fall foul to the negativeness and to find the negative path and to set you back even further. Sometimes, and also to be disgruntled about your development isn't changing. And honestly, anyone who's been through an awakening or anyone who's going through an awakening, if you talk to them, they will tell you and support you because they totally understand what certain limitations you don't have. Sometimes it's out of your control. So what I wanted to do today is just show you certain ways what you can do in order to really identify answers to your shift or your awakening. Now, the cards I'm showing you now, I'm using large cards or the Rider-Waite cards, tarot cards, but these are not specific to a particular situation I'm going through or anybody else. This isn't a reading. This is just showing you how to interpretate or how to look at a situation. So for example, the first one is, say if I was to say to myself and I was to meditate and go, you know what, I'm stuck, I'm confused, I'm going left and right, I don't seem to be finding anything. What do I need to really focus upon? And I shuffle the cards, and then I pull out a card and say if I get the impression, because I go by the impression of certain amount of cards that I need to look at. So say if I've been dealt, and they say, the collective say, choose 5 cards, and I ask that question, you know, what do I need to focus upon? What I need to meditate on? What do I need to call upon? And then say this card comes up, which is about balance. Now this is the Temperance, so this is about balance and keeping stock and control within my mind. So the way I would look at this, I would look at the water. These are the elements I need to look at. Then I would look at obviously what the angel's doing, and for the fact that it's so obvious, the angel is here showing you, the angel is coming forward. So what they're saying is that they are aware that you're going through these shifts, and they have sent you an angel to help. And the important thing is what they're also showing here. If you can see, they've got Hebrew signs. It's just looking at the little bits and pieces that could be on a card. So for me as well, I would see the red diamond or the red triangle, and for me that would be about balance, root myself down and staying balanced, and don't be wishy-washy all over the place by my certain circumstance. So I hope that makes sense with that one, with that question, because so many times I get people, for example, when I do tarot reading for somebody, and I shuffle the cards, and I go, oh, you're not balanced, are you? And they're, well, yeah, my life's all right, and everything's going okay, and I don't really have much issues going on at the moment. So I'm shuffling, and I goes, see, there's a bit of disgruntlement or disagreements around you and a partner, or you at work. Are you not happy at work? Has there been some kind of negativity going on between you and your boss? Do you feel being pulled and pushed? There's not a work-life balance at work and home. And I go, well, yeah, no, there isn't. I just feel I'm being pulled, being given so much demand at work, and it's just too much. But yet, like 4 minutes ago, they were telling me, no, everything's fine and everything's cushy. But then as the reading unfolds, these certain revelations come to light. And then I always reflect back and say, you know what, this is the situation, and what you're going through, this is what you need to do. So, and for me, when I'm looking at a card, and if I'm doing a reading for somebody, or I'm asking myself, because I'm in an awakening and I'm confused about where I'm going, I would almost go to a mirror and look at myself in the mirror. Or you can use your phone like I'm doing now, and you can talk to yourself and do the card and just talk. And then just ask the question, see what the cards come up, and get the answer that way, and be brutally honest, even though if it doesn't make sense to you, because the magic is in the narrative. I want to re-say that line. The magic is in the narrative. A lot of the times when you're free flowing and you're talking like I do, a lot of the messages come through from spirit, and that's how they communicate with you when you're in mid-flow. So say, for example, I wanted a card about love, and I wasn't really sure where I'm going with my relationship, or I'm confused, or I've just met somebody and I want to know where it's going, and for me it's not working, and I feel how long it's going to take for me to move forward, and what's the transition I need to do. So what I would do, again, I would shuffle the cards, go back to my tarot cards, and I would hear 3. So, for example, I want 3 cards here. So the 3 cards for me would be either 3 weeks, 3 days, 3 weeks, or 3 months. That this is either been going on for, or you're going through. So if it's just newly begun, and I'm asked a question, say for example, we do use the example, I'm going through this awakening and I meet somebody new. No, let me use the example. I'm in a relationship and I'm going through the awakening and I'm confused and I'm arguing with my partner, for example, and you don't know what to do about the situation, and you're really feeling disgruntled and so on. And for me, and then you shuffle the cards and you get 3 cards coming up. That means it'll be more 3 weeks, especially if you're in it. So I've chosen this card at random, so this again, as I said, it's not a reading about anything, this is just examples. So because I mentioned love, the love card is there. So what Spirit is saying is that the love is still there. In it, you need to be a bit more loving towards yourself and towards your partner. The other thing would be is that the World card and the Wheel of Fortune would appear, for example. So these two really powerful, or even if one appears, or on either side. So if the World card appears, it means that you need to be a bit more, look at the situation more broadly, more open, more holistic, more open-minded, than opposed to just looking at funnels. The other aspect is, well, the luck is on your side. So when you see the Wheel of Fortune is about, you know, when you spin the wheel and good luck comes to you, you know, you'll be lucky. Things will work out for the better, you know. And if you're just new to tarot and you're just learning it, I honestly believe you should get to know the book first, really understand the book, and then from there, when you're a bit more confident with the book that the tarot cards come with, you can start linking it to situations within yourself or working with somebody else. I would always say just work with somebody that you kind of know and that you can develop with. So as you're working with someone, that's also raising you out, or your awakening is coming out of this. Because if you're just sitting there and you're not really being honest with yourself, you're not learning anything new. You're just going to be just stuck, and then you're just wondering why nothing's moving forward. The other point would be, if I want to answer a question about when what's my awakening about, because sometimes certain awakenings happen because I'm in the particular situation, or the particular situation is triggered it. It could be for the fact is that I've been a fool, so I need to watch my step in the decisions I make. The other thing, I need to make a choice, a judgment. So there's going to be a choice I need to make. And Magician, so I can make things happen out of nothing. So I'm great at manifesting. The reason I say that is because when you're asking about yourself and when you're doing tarot for yourself, people say you can't, but I believe you can, as long as you're honest and open and really look at what it's really telling you. And that way, you know, there's a saying that what you do, if you're doing something and you're trying to hide it from God, but I don't know if you're trying to hide it from other people, but you're doing it to help yourself. The only one you're letting down, for example, say if you're trying to lose weight and you're meant to be dieting, but then you told your friends or your partners, you know, that you're dieting. So what you do, you sneak that cake, or you sneak that, you know, that meal that you shouldn't eat. You're not lying to nobody but yourself. So it would only show up on you, you know, it would only show where you are. So it's being totally honest with what yourself. And it's the same when you're doing cards. When you're doing it, you're asking a question, or you're asking the creator a question and you want it answered, you need to be totally honest with your question and totally honest with what you see. Reality is, he would only give you the answers that is going to benefit you. He's not going to give you false information. And if you need support with it, which you're always going to get, you're going to get people or angels are going to come around you and surround you with the overwhelming amount of love and guidance. Now, I hope that's helped with anyone who's going for the awakening. There's other methods you can use. I just wanted to just briefly show you about using tarot while you go through your awakening, because sometimes it can be such a place to be in, and it could be kind of dark, but also it could be quite fast, and really unpredictable. So having some kind of foundation along with meditation should help you through it to get through to the other side. And also checking how long it may take till you come out of the darkness, or if you're going in the right direction. So please like, share, and subscribe, and leave comments below if you want anything else covered, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.